Good morning, America. For our viewers in the West, super night for the Seahawks, a critical deadline in the search for Nancy Guthrie.
Plus, the Americans in Milan going for gold, and Bad Bunny with a performance that was filled with surprises.
The Seahawks soaring.
Seattle reigns above them all in the NFL.
Seattle capturing their second title in franchise history. The defense shutting down the New England Patriots.
Is going the distance for a touchdown.
Quarterback Sam Darnold completing his redemption story. Running back Kenneth Walker III named MVP.
There he goes. Walker to the 23-yard line.
Seattle Seahawks kicker Jay Myers and safety Julian Love both join us live after the big celebration overnight.
We're going to Disneyland.
Critical deadline in the search for Nancy Guthrie. Her family releases a new video.
We received your message, and we understand, and we will pay.
And police search Nancy's home again.
New fallout from the Epstein files. Commerce Secretary Howard Lutnick facing calls to resign as we learn new details about his relationship with a convicted sex offender, while multiple Epstein survivors appear in a new PSA calling for more transparency.
Not apologizing. President Trump insists he did not make a mistake when posting a racist video of former President Obama and First Lady Michelle Obama. He faces backlash from members of both parties.
You are special.
Plus the emotional Super Bowl ads.
Thank you so much.
From good neighbors to inspiring young champions.
I am a champion. I am a champion.
And were you ready for the Bonito Bowl? Bad Bunny making history, bringing the joy, the love, and the surprises to the world's biggest stage. Lady Gaga and Ricky Martin, stunning fans. Plus, who else popped up as we dance into Monday? Live from ABC News headquarters in New York City, it's Monday. Good morning, America.
We were just saying that halftime show just made you feel good.
Smiling right
You
now.
can feel the happiness. Good morning, America. And what a night for the Seattle Seahawks. It is a busy Monday morning. Lara is with James Longman. They're in Milan. We'll have the latest on the winter games.
And Ginger's going to tell us when there's some relief in sight from this brutal cold. But let's start out with Michael out there in Santa Clara. Hey, Michael.
Hey, George. Hey, Robin. What a celebration of football here in the Bay Area. It was a huge build-up all week long up to the game. And the game, it delivered, well, especially if you like defense, which I personally love defense. Well, we're going to talk to Seattle Seahawks kicker Jay Myers, who set a record in the Super Bowl, and safety Julian Love, who made a big play in the fourth quarter. That's coming up just ahead. But first, Whit Johnson going to start us off with the big moment from the game. He's standing right here to my left. Good morning, Whit.
Hey, Michael, good morning to you. So 11 years, that's how long the Seattle Seahawks and their fans have been licking their wounds since they lost to the Patriots back in Super Bowl 49. Now they get their revenge, and they did it with some unlikely heroes in a long shot season, proving the doubters wrong.
The Seahawks, Super Bowl champions for the second time.
This morning, the Seattle Seahawks waking up Super Bowl champions, dominating the New England Patriots 29-13. Hoisting their second Lombardi trophy, denying the return of a Patriots dynasty. A defensive game from the start.
May has to escape, and he cannot. Darnold keeping this play alive.
But the Seahawks coming alive in the third quarter.
Here on the Swag Jackson Smith and Jigba is Walker to the 23-yard line.
Quarterback Sam Darnold with the redemption story of the year. Now the first quarterback in NFL history to win a Super Bowl after playing for 5 or more teams.
Some people called me crazy throughout my career for believing in myself so much and having so much confidence, but it was because of my parents, because of the way that they believed in me throughout my entire career, and it allowed me to go out there and play free and have a ton of confidence.
To the end zone, touchdown!
Connecting with A.J. Barner for the first touchdown of the game in the fourth quarter.
How would you characterize what Sam Darnold has brought to the team?
We're the best in the world. Sammy's the best in the world, and America loves an underdog story.
For the Patriots' Drake May, it was this turnover that put an end to any hopes of a Tom Brady-like comeback.
Is going the distance for a touchdown.
Yeah, it's hurt. No doubt. It definitely hurts. It's been a long ride. They played better than us tonight.
Jason Myers, the unlikely hero in Santa Clara. The 34-year-old making history, kicking in 5 field goals for the Seahawks, the most in a Super Bowl. But the MVP award going to running back Kenneth Walker III.
Walker moving inside, and there's that speed to the outside.
Rushing 27 times for 135 yards.
We went through a lot of adversity this season, but we came together and we stuck together.
The party kicking off in the locker room and going late into the night in the Pacific Northwest. Back on the field, I caught up with second-year head coach Mike McDonald after the Gatorade bath.
Cool. Second year?
Yeah.
Super Bowl, how's it feel?
Doesn't get any better than this. It's incredible. Happy for our guys. That's really what I'm so happy about. I'm happy for our team, our players.
As for what comes next,
and at just 38 years old, Mike McDonald is now the 3rd youngest head coach to win a Super Bowl. And Michael, when I spoke with him after the game, he was just beaming with pride for his players, what they were able to accomplish, the turnaround, not making the playoffs last season, and now with a Super Bowl. Extraordinary.
Yeah, 38 years old, yeah. Already a Super Bowl winning head coach. Hey, Whit, thank you for that. And you know what? We got a champion joining us now, Seattle Seahawks kicker Jason Myers. Jason, congratulations. Thank you for joining us this morning on GMA. And has it sunk in yet? And how does it feel?
Yeah, I don't think it's really sunk in yet. I think we're just enjoying this moment right now. I mean, just an unbelievable season, unbelievable team. Just honestly just enjoying this moment right now.
And you had an unbelievable game. You had an unbelievable season. You set a Super Bowl record, 5 field goals in the game. You became the first player ever to score 200 points in one season, including the playoffs. So what does that mean to you personally?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I got asked that a lot after the game. My goal all week was just to come through when my time was called. You know, as a specialist, you know, you can't really force the game whenever your name's called. You just got to go out there and do your best. And you know, we got called on to do hit some field goals this game, and that was my goal, was just to come through for the team and just enjoy this moment.
You know, as a former player, I used to watch the kickers in practice, and I always thought to myself, I want to be a kicker, because practice looks a little easier, but I don't want to be a kicker in the game because of all the pressure that you're under, man. But what you did during the game was really amazing for those at home who may not realize how much pressure it is to be a kicker on the NFL team, especially on this stage. But you're watching your offense struggle. When did you realize it could come down to your right foot?
Yeah, I mean, it was kind of weird, like, you know, I've obviously never been in a Super Bowl, and then before the game, I was expecting to feel more nerves, and I remember before the game, I was talking to our punter, Michael, and I was like, man, I feel like I should feel more nervous for this game, but you know, I just feel so confident in all the work that I've put in over the years, and the confidence in our team, and I just knew that, you know, whenever my time was called, that I was going to be ready for that moment.
And you said a team. That's what this is all about team. And you all talked about how close a group of guys that you are. Tell us about this team. Tell us a little bit about them.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, you know, Super Bowl week, you get a lot of media, a lot of questions, and I felt kind of weird, like, talking about how close we were all week, because kind of felt like you were forcing the answer there. But honestly, this team has been, I mean, I've been in the league for 11 years, and this from April on, this team has been the tightest team I've ever been with. We have vets with rookies, and just the whole organization in general has just been such a tight-knit group, and I think that's really carried us from, you know, preseason all the way through this Super Bowl run for sure.
Well, Jason Myers, congratulations to you, my friend, on record-setting Super Bowl performance, and most of all on being a Super Bowl champion. Make sure you get some rest, but at the same time, soak it in and enjoy yourself, my friend. Thank you.
Yeah, appreciate it. Thank you so much.
All right, you're welcome. Now we're going to go back to you, Robin.
All right, we'll get back to you in just a little bit, Michael, but we want to turn now to the search for Nancy Guthrie. Police returning to her Arizona home this weekend as her children release another emotional video with a critical deadline later today. Chief Investigative Correspondent Aaron Katursky is there in Tucson, Arizona for us. Good morning, Aaron.
Good morning, Robin. It has now been more than a week since Nancy Guthrie was taken from her home here. Savannah Guthrie and her siblings now face an unverified ransom deadline today. With no suspects and no leads, and faced with a demand for Bitcoin and a deadline today imposed by someone claiming to be her mother's kidnapper, Savannah Guthrie solemnly pledged to pay for Nancy Guthrie's return.
We received your message, and we understand. We beg you now to return our mother to us so that we can celebrate with her. This is the only way we will have peace. This is very valuable to us, and we will pay.
The search has become a sensation for the public, but a private horror for the family.
We are always going to be merely human, just normal human people who need our mom. Mama, if you're listening, we need you to come home. We miss you.
Investigators have returned repeatedly to Annie Guthrie's home, where her mom enjoyed dinner and a Saturday game night before returning to her house a few minutes away. Investigators have also returned to Nancy Guthrie's home, examining rooftop cameras, towing a car, and inquiring of neighbors. This drone video capturing investigators examining what appears to be the septic tank on Guthrie's property. The sheriff's department said this remains an active and ongoing investigation, but after more than a week, investigators have not identified any suspects, persons of interest, or vehicles connected to this case. And with the investigation now stretching into a second week, Robin, the FBI is still offering that $50,000 reward, but so far, Robin, information has been sparse.
Hopefully that will change very soon, and we continue to think of the entire Guthrie family. Aaron, thank you. Going to turn now to Ginger. With relief in sight for the millions that have been waking up to this relentless, brutal cold, Ginge.
Yeah, well, that's the thing, is it's all relative, because we will make it into the mid to upper 30s in parts of the Northeast, but that's still below average for this week. But we'll get there. Yesterday was 3 degrees in New York, the coldest temperature we've had in about 3 years. 1 below is the current wind chill in New York City. Washington, D.C. down to Richmond, still in the single digits, but it's sub-zero. Albany back to Buffalo. Want to show you quickly, there is warmth to come. There are actually records possible from Kearney to Kansas City in the plains there. And by the midweek, we will start to see the closer to average and that above average creep this way. By next week, it's warmer than average, George.
Thank goodness for that. Thank you, Ginger. Now to the latest fallout from the Epstein files. This morning, lawmakers will get a chance to review the unredacted files as President Trump's Commerce Secretary faces calls to resign or be fired after new revelations about his longtime relationship with Epstein. Jay O'Brien has the story.
This morning, as lawmakers prepare to view the Department of Justice's unredacted files on Jeffrey Epstein, new questions about Commerce Secretary Howard Lutnick's relationship with the deceased convicted sex offender.
So I was never in the room with him socially, for business, or for even philanthropy. If that guy was there, I wasn't going because he's gross.
Just months ago, Lutnick, who lived next door to Epstein for more than a decade.
That's my story. A one and absolutely done.
After a visit to Epstein's home, describing him as gross.
I say to him, massage table in the middle of your house? How often do you have a massage?
But part of the 3 million pages of newly released DOJ files show Lutnick and Epstein remained in contact well past 2005, as recently as 2018. One email with Epstein's schedule for May 1st, 2011, showing plans for drinks with Lutnick. And in December 2012, other documents showing Lutnick and his family plan to visit Epstein's private island. At the end of that month, the two both investing in the same business, their signatures seen here on legal documents. Some of these interactions with Lutnick coming years after Epstein first pled guilty to sex crimes in 2008. And this morning, several lawmakers calling for Lutnick to step down, including Republican Congressman Thomas Massey, the architect of the law compelling the release of the files.
He's got a lot to answer for, but really, he should make life easier on the president, frankly, and just resign.
Overnight,
We're standing together.
Standing together.
Multiple Epstein survivors appearing in a new PSA, calling for more transparency, saying millions of files still haven't been released. The DOJ saying any files withheld or redactions were to comply with exceptions in the law, not to compromise ongoing investigations or violate victims' privacy. Also in the newly released trove of records, email showing the role Epstein's now convicted co-conspirator Ghislaine Maxwell played in supporting former President Bill Clinton's foundation and the launch of the Clinton Global Initiative, a conference for business and global leaders. According to emails from 2004, Maxwell helped in the planning and funding of its inaugural event. The former president has said he had no knowledge of Maxwell or Epstein's crimes and has pushed for the DOJ to release all files.
In a statement to ABC News, Secretary Lutnick's office maintaining that he had, quote, very limited interactions with Epstein. Meantime, up here on Capitol Hill today, Ghislaine Maxwell will testify virtually from prison behind closed doors, not in a public setting, to the House Oversight Committee. Members of that panel expect her to plead the Fifth to every question, George.
Right, she did not plead the Fifth when she talked to the Justice Department. Okay, thanks very much, Jay. Now to the fallout for President Trump after he posted a racist video depicting the Obamas as apes. Even Republicans calling on him to apologize, but he remains defiant. Senior political correspondent Rachel Scott is at the White House. Good morning, Rachel.
George, good morning to you. And this was a blatantly racist post. After 12 hours and amid a firestorm of criticism, the president took down the post, but he says he will not apologize. This morning, days after posting a blatantly racist depiction of former President Barack Obama and First Lady Michelle Obama as apes, President Trump says he will not apologize.
A number of Republicans are calling on you to apologize for that post. Is that something you're going to do?
No, I didn't make a mistake.
He told reporters on Air Force One he condemns the imagery. Our Fritz Farrow asking what his message is to Americans who are offended.
What do you want to tell those Americans? I didn't know about it, so I mean, it went up. I really have no message.
The White House initially defended the post, calling the criticism fake outrage. But the backlash only grew. Senator Tim Scott of South Carolina, the Senate's only black Republican, calling the president's post the most racist thing I've seen out of this White House. Senator Roger Wicker of Mississippi writing, "This is totally unacceptable." The video was originally posted at 11:44 p.m. on Thursday. The president deleted it 12 hours later. After initially defending the post, the administration then put out a new statement telling ABC News a White House staffer erroneously made the post. The president, who is ultimately responsible for his social media account, claimed he didn't watch the video until the end.
I looked at it, I saw it, and I just looked at the first part.
Over on Capitol Hill, lawmakers on both sides of the aisle demanding an apology.
He definitively needs to apologize. It was a disgusting video.
I think sometimes in our public discourse, it is best to just say, I'm sorry.
The post is just the latest in a long history of offensive comments made by the president. For years, he falsely claimed President Barack Obama wasn't born in the United States, and also questioned the racial identity of his former rival, former Vice President Kamala Harris. The White House has not said who the staffer is or whether they will face consequences. As for the Obamas, they have decided not to comment. Guys.
How do you comment when the President of the United States does something like that? All right, Rachel, thank you. Coming up, the best of Bad Bunny, Will Reeve. I know you have the halftime highlights for us, Will.
I do, Robin. Good morning. It was a 13-minute party. I have the Bad Bunny halftime breakdown coming up.
Let's look at which Super Bowl had scored last night. Just getting started.
Back here on GMA, Bad Bunny filling the halftime show with joy and a whole lot of dancing. Michael and Will Reeve were there for it all in Santa Clara. Let's go back to them now. I know what it was like watching on television. What was it like in person, guys?
Well, you know, we're still grooving, Robin. We're still grooving out here, you know? Well, you know, Bad Bunny took over the field last night to show the world a little bit about where he's from and how he got here. And Will, of course, you have all the highlights coming right now.
I do. What a show. It was a total vibe, Michael. It really took over the whole stadium. At one point in the Apple Music Super Bowl halftime show, Bad Bunny said in Spanish, "My name is Benito Antonio Martinez Ocasio, and if I'm at the Super Bowl today, it's because I never stopped believing in myself." That was a personal affirmation, doubling as an overarching theme for his performance that celebrated heritage and possibilities in equal measure.
Music superstar Bad Bunny bringing his native Puerto Rico to the Bay Area and the world. turning the Apple Music Super Bowl halftime show into a celebration of his roots and a multicultural America. And one big party. The 6-time Grammy winner putting his culture front and center. Kicking off what fans dubbed the Benito Bowl, with dancers in traditional pava hats and men playing dominoes. And dancing atop La Casita, a traditional Puerto Rican-style house, now a staple at his sold-out shows. Filled with stars including Karol G, Cardi B, Pedro Pascal, Alex Earl, and Jessica Alba. And then more surprises. Fellow Puerto Rican icon Ricky Martin lending his voice on a power ballad dedicated to their native island. Halftime veteran Lady Gaga with a salsa-inspired rendition of her song Die With a Smile, showing off some of her own moves too. Martin sharing a backstage glimpse of the power trio. And love was in the air.
Los declaro marido y mujer.
A real bride and groom tying the knot in a legal wedding in front of millions. The couple had invited Bad Bunny to their ceremony, but the singer had a better idea. The show packed with huge dance numbers. The final tally, 13 of his songs in just under 13 minutes. A medley of his global hits, including the New York anthem, Nueva York. Never one to shy away from making a statement, Bad Bunny handing his newly won Grammy for Album of the Year to a little boy. Saying to him, always believe in yourself. And ending his set with a plea for unity, saying, God bless America! Naming dozens of countries across North, South, and Central America with a parade of flags behind him. A billboard reading, the only thing more powerful than hate is love. Spiking a football with the message, Together we are America. The celebration carrying on until the moment Bad Bunny left the field, jumping for joy during an exuberant rendition of DTMF.
Oh man, what a show that was. Just absolutely amazing, Michael, and the whole crowd was into it. People at home apparently into it as well. Apple Music says Bad Bunny listens are already up 700%. And I have a great stat here for George, Michael. So Bad Bunny started his performance on about the 20-yard line down at the far side of the field. He ended over there through the end zone. He traveled more yards in his show than the Patriots rushed for in the game.
Oh, wow.
No, it's not.
No.
Deep.
The fact is right, but the fact that you said that out loud is wrong.
Oh, like I'm bad.
Yeah.
Yeah. 79 yards for the Patriots, about 100 for Bad Bunny.
Wow. that does deserve a wow. All right, you two. Thank you.
Look at the Super Bowl ads. Rebecca Jarvis is here with the one generating the most buzz. Good morning, Rebecca.
Good morning, George. Yeah, when it costs $8 to $10 million a pop for a 30-second ad, you better hope we're buzzing the morning after, and that is exactly the case today. Here's a look at the commercials that scored big.
Sweet sandwich time.
From the ads that made us laugh,
This is how I make friends.
to the ones that pulled on our heartstrings.
I'm the you who never gave up.
This year's Super Bowl commercials brought on the glory to the estimated 130 million viewers.
No bueno. Yes, bueno.
Breaking the internet overnight,
One of you, yes, you watching, will literally win it all.
Mr. Beast Salesforce trending on Google as the top commercial search during the game.
Is it a clue? I don't know.
While TikTok tells GMA Ritz was one of the most popular searched ads on the platform.
Why didn't they invite us?
Mega brands partnering with even bigger stars.
Instacart lets you choose your bananas. Get them just how you like.
Ben Stiller joining Benson Boone on the Instacart stage. While John Bon Jovi starred in his first ever Super Bowl ad.
Need a lift?
Rocking out among a cast of A-list talent for State Farm. Also bringing the ensemble, Duncan, with a Good Will Hunting spoof starring some of sitcom's favorite friends.
You like donuts?
Yeah.
Well, this is my new boyfriend.
Sabrina Carpenter builds a man of her own with Pringles.
Pringle Leo.
And who can forget the famed Budweiser Clydesdales? Other companies using their ad time to spread a message. Lay's bringing Americans back to their roots. And Rocket Mortgage focusing on the power of being a good neighbor.
Won't you be my neighbor?
The big game also giving us a look at what's coming to the big screen.
It's good to be alive.
Star Wars teasing their latest adventure with The Mandalorian and Grogu.
This is the way.
Meantime, the NFL showing champions come in all sizes.
I am a champion!
And the league's tight ends, reminding men to relax their tight end and get screened for prostate cancer.
Prostate cancer screening starts with a simple blood test.
And NFL's past and present,
Like you, my friend.
including our own Michael Strahan, uplifting young leaders.
You are special.
That was a very sweet moment. We actually yelled at the TV. There's Michael Strahan. All right, there is a big reason, guys, that brands are willing to spend millions for Super Bowl presents. Research suggests that it creates long-term awareness with fans and it builds lasting associations. And I got to say, my favorite ad was the Hellman's ad with Andy Samberg. And Elle Fanning says at the end, "You're incredible." And he says, "Incredibly lonely." You got to Google it. It was a funny moment.
Thank you, Rebecca. One of our Super Bowl traditions, advertising expert, host of the On the Brand podcast, Donnie Deutsch, here to talk about last night's ads. Welcome back. Good to see you. Did you have a favorite?
First of all, I'm just going to be honest. Overall, I think it was underwhelming. I didn't think it was advertising's greatest day. I mean, there were some decent ads in there. I thought my kind of overall favorite, and it was what's old is new again, was the Budweiser with the eagle on top of the Clydesdale. Very American, very, just made you feel good. I thought that there were two ads that really stood out to me because they actually gave you some information. The tight end, showing the tight end's butt and say kind of loosen your tight end to show that men could get, testing for prostate cancer without having to go through what men don't want to go through. I thought that, and I thought the Ring ad shows that you can find your dogs anywhere in the world or anywhere in your neighborhood with the technology that shows it. So ads that actually give you some information that you can use, news that you can use.
Well, did you see others that were effective like that?
Yeah, I thought that the Rocket Mortgage ad was also a nice, sweet ad. I thought that was interesting. But I think what's happening over the years is that advertisers get so taken with celebrities that they just put overstuffed celebrities in ads. And if we did a quiz here and I said, which celebrity goes with which ad, I'm not going to do that because I know the answer is you're not going to be able to come up with that.
It seemed like they set a record for Oscar winners last
night.
Yeah,
and you just go, what are they doing in there? And then, an ad, celebrity makes sense when they're relevant to the ad. To just stick George Clooney, I'm picking him out for no reason, in an ad. Now, what was the George Clooney ad for? Do you remember?
Grubhub, right? Or something like that?
I don't know. I don't remember. But that's the problem. Guys, who was the Clooney ad for? No, nobody. Okay. And once again, and we could do that math with just about every single one of them.
The Duncan one was just full.
It was full. Now, the Duncan one was kind of fun to watch. Yeah, it was fun. But do you remember what the ad was about? What did it say about Dunkin' Donuts at all?
No idea.
No idea. Okay. So that's it.
But I saw a lot of ads for AI, but do we have a better understanding of what AI?
That was a missed opportunity. AI, obviously, we all know the world has changed with AI, and I would have loved to see some commercials that said, this is what AI is going to do for you. I'll tell you, the superstar of the night, I have to tell you something, and I didn't know a word of his music, I didn't understand a lyric, was Bad Bunny. It was new math, it was fresh, it was about love, it was about passion. So if we're talking about pop culture in the Super Bowl and we're talking about advertising, Bad Bunny stole the show. That's what I really believe.
No question about it. I want to go back to the AI for a second because it brought me back to my political days. That was like the most negative ad I've ever seen in the Super Bowl.
Yeah, there was the AI should have been about, because people are nervous about AI. I mean, they really, really are. It's like, how is this going to change? Is this going to be better for me? Is it going to be worse for me? Do some educating. The ads I talked about earlier that actually inform, that actually give you something. And I don't think anybody took anything away away from AI. I don't think anybody remembers any AI brands out of it. So it was just, overall, it was underwhelming. And I just, I've been critiquing and doing creative ads on Super Bowls since the 80s. I don't want to date myself, but I thought this was the weakest Super Bowl I'd ever seen.
So what would be your advice to ads?
My advice is take the year off from celebrities and tell a story and give the consumer something they can take away. Give them some information, make them smile, make them smarter, give them something in return.
Your phone's going to be ringing for next year.
Yeah, yeah, because it's going to be on ABC next year.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah, the Super Bowl.
Well, I'll be back.
Okay.
Thank you, buddy.
And we have so much more from Super Bowl 60 with our Super Bowl champion, Michael Strahan. So tell us what you have coming up, Michael.
Well, got quite a bit coming up. Robin, YouTube star Mr. Beast is going viral once again for a $1 million payday that he announced with a Super Bowl ad last night. Well, he's going to join us live to share how one smart fan could win it all. Plus, football is about more than the Patriots and the Seahawks. Flag football is on the rise with more than 20 million players around the world. And two of the sport's trailblazers are going to join me live to chat all about it. Can't wait to bring that to you guys.
Good morning, America. It's 8 a.m. Heartbreak on the slopes for Lindsey Vonn. Her Olympic run ends in just 13 seconds. With the U.S. racing to gold, Breezy Johnson at the top of the podium, and Aaliyah Malinin soaring.
GMA at the Winter Games. Lara and James slide headfirst into Winter Olympic sports.
Here we go, Coach.
Plus, Mr. Beast joins us live.
I just put $1 million inside this vault.
To talk about his Super Bowl commercial and $1 million contest. And the future is flag.
Let's go!
We're talking with two of the best flag football players in the game as the sport gets ready to take over the world. As we say, good morning, America.
Live from ABC News headquarters in New York City, it's Monday. Good morning, America. Oh, what a night in Santa Clara. And Whit Johnson, Will Reeve, Michael Strahan, and nothing but love for Julian Love. All the love for Julian Love. Got to keep that party going at the stadium there, Michael.
Oh, yeah. You can tell who's the tough football player, Robin, because we're all over here all bundled up. My man's out here with his shorts, just the sleeves on. Julian Love, world champion. We can say that and put that next to his name. But we got much more in the Super Bowl ahead. And we're going to talk live to Mr. Beast about his big contest for $1 million. And we're going to look at the rise of flag football. We're talking to two of its star players. And we come back, George, but over to you.
We are looking forward to that. Also this morning, a GMA Health Alert, a news today on how you can reduce your risk of dementia. Dr. Taryn Narula is here to break it down. First, look at the top stories breaking today. We're going to start with Ginger tracking that brutal cold. But there is some relief coming, right, Ginger?
Yes, absolutely. A lot of times when it's cold, we're like, oh, what images are we going to show? We have no shortage of images. Certainly Lake Erie showcasing that 95% ice cover. They did develop a huge crack in it, in which the satellite image picked up, which is really amazing to see. But obviously over the weekend, a lot of people saw some of their coldest air, New York City, in 3 years. 3 degrees was the temperature. The wind chill this morning is 0. Washington, D.C. still in the single digits. Richmond has rebounded into the teens, but Buffalo is 17 below out the door. Saranac Lake, 23 below. Now, we do see some warmth coming in, and it's record warmth potentially in parts of the plains, Lake Nebraska, and Kansas City could go to 72 today. Look at Oklahoma City and Dallas in the 80s. As we go through the week, Robin, we will get into the upper 30s, which will feel really warm, but it is not even to average. Next week, I think we get to average and even a little above, Robin.
You promise, Ginger?
Yeah, I promise.
All right.
It's going to feel good even on 38.
Okay, thank you. Now, to GMA at the Winter Games, Team USA taking home its first gold medals in Milan, but also suffering a heartbreak. Lindsey Vonn injured in a crash during the downhill. Lara has made her way to Milan and has the latest. Good morning to you, Lara and James. Great to see you both.
Thank you, Robin. We are so thrilled to be here in Milan, and what a heartbreak for Lindsay. But what a huge win for the U.S. figure skating team. We were at the team finals Sunday night. The energy in the arena electric as the battle for gold went down to the last performance for the U.S. by Ilya Maladin. No pressure, right? But the 21-year-old quad god delivered in a huge way with 6 of his signature jumps and a backflip to seal the deal.
It was all about Ilya as Team USA takes home the gold. Team USA gliding to gold in the figure skating team event, down to the wire, beating Japan by 1 point. Maladin becoming the first to secure a gold medal and the only skater to have ever landed a quadruple axel in international competition. But it was heartbreak on the slopes for Lindsey Vonn, who came into the games with a ruptured ACL, the 41-year-old hoping to make an Olympic-sized comeback. But her dreams dashed just 13 seconds into her downhill race as she lost control and crashed. Vonn heard screaming in pain as medical personnel surround her. A helicopter airlifting her off the mountain. Vonn undergoing surgery for a fracture in her left leg. But it was her teammate Breezy Johnson picking up the pieces, becoming the second American woman to win the gold medal in downhill skiing. The 30-year-old finishing in 1 minute 36.10 seconds to fend off Germany by just 0.04 seconds, taking home the first gold medal for Team USA at the Milan Cortina Games.
Huge congratulations to Breezy Johnson on finishing what she and Lindsey Vonn started. Now today, among the many events, here is the women's single luge finals. Speaking of luge, you will not want to miss our story coming up, guys. You will see our trip to the Lake Placid Olympic Training Center.
We did the luge. We did all kinds of stuff. All I can say, I have a deep, deep respect. These are extreme sports. These athletes are unbelievable.
Yeah, you'll see what we're talking about coming up. But first, let's get to Michael, who's out at the big game.
All right, Lara, thank you. And, you know, what a night for the Seattle Seahawks, hoisting their second Lombardi trophy, denying the return of the Patriots dynasty. And joining us now exclusively is Seattle Seahawks safety Julian Love. Julian, welcome to GMA.
Let's go.
Congratulations, Super Bowl champ. How does it feel, man?
It feels good. It's very surreal. Thanks for having me.
Of course, and it's great to have you. And, you know, you made one of the biggest plays out here last night. Fourth quarter, ball up in the air, coming your way, you pick it off. But what's going through your mind when you see that ball heading your way, realizing how big of a momentum changer it could have been?
It's those plays, the ones that are kind of lollipop to a little bit, that you're like, all right, please just catch this ball. Those are the ones you can't let slip. I don't know. I dreamed of this moment since I was a kid. You're in the backyard tossing the ball up, thinking that you're making a big play in the Super Bowl. And so it was just awesome. And, yeah, I think it sealed the deal for our team.
And I think you're right about that. The ball's coming at you, and you're just like, it's almost too easy. Yeah. Just don't mess it up.
Exactly. There's too many of those moments that you just want to catch it and just seize the moment.
And what makes this dark side defense so special? Because it's one of the best defensive performances we've ever seen in the Super Bowl.
Yeah, I think if you want to get a little nitty gritty about it, we're able to stop the run and 4 down. I think that kicks it all off. We have a killer front four. Our interior, Byron Murphy, Leonard Williams, our edges are dominant, and that sets it all up for us. Our linebackers can play off of that, and then secondary-wise, we're able to stop the run out of shell, and then that just creates, negative plays for their offenses. And so scheme-wise, talent-wise, we just have a good makeup.
You guys are aggressive. Yeah. Physical and aggressive, and just kind of overpowered teams all season long.
Yeah.
And Coach Mike McDonald, 38 years old, turned this team around. What makes him so special? How was he able to turn it around and get you guys here to the Super Bowl and the win?
Yeah, I mean, it's been a crazy 2 years. I'll think back to his first meeting this year. He said, guys, this is a new era of Seahawks football, and everybody in this room can get in at the ground floor. It starts now. This culture, this identity that we want to build, it starts today. That was the first day of this season, and we embodied that. I think we reflected our coach. Very matter of fact, the whole "we did not care" mindset. That's us. And so yeah, we love it from Mike, and yeah, he works hard for this.
All right, biggest question: how are you going to celebrate?
How am I going to celebrate? Listen, I have baby number 2 on the way here in a few weeks, and so I'm going to go home, get the go bag ready. maybe screw up a crib, get the crib out of storage, and celebrate with the family.
All right, as you should, man. Congratulations, Julian.
Let's go.
Very happy for you. You used to be with my Giants, and since we couldn't win, he couldn't win it with us. We're glad he won it here with Seattle. So congratulations, man.
Thank you, man.
All right, Robin, back to you.
I love that he has his go bag ready. He's got his go bag ready. He's got his priorities.
He's got the go bag ready.
All right.
For sure.
Thank you both so much, Michael. Coming up in our GMA Morning menu, YouTube sensation Mr. Beast joins us live talking about his new Super Bowl ad and the $1 million payout for one smart fan.
Also had Larry and James in Milan for the Winter Games. They're going to show us how the U.S. Olympians train.
And Lori Bergamato is here with a special edition of ABC's Secret Savings for American Heart Month. Deep discounts on what you need to get and stay heart healthy. And Michael, going to have even more for the Super Bowl, aren't you?
I am, Robin. I'm not done yet. You know, this sport is growing in so many ways, and we're going to meet some flag football players for a big part of the future. That's coming up right here on GMA.
We are already looking ahead to Super Bowl 61 because it's coming to ABC and ESPN next year. It's going to be at SoFi Stadium, Los Angeles. Whole Disney family will be there as well. Take a look.
You've just won the Super Bowl. What are you doing next? I'm going to go to Disney World.
Boy, I'd love to go to the Super Bowl one day. Maybe we can.
Come on!
Prepare to jump to hyperspace.
Yes, my lord.
Sir, I've chartered a flight pass to the Super Bowl.
I'll see you at the game. So long, boys.
Be on your best behavior.
One more word, please. Give me one.
Super Bowl? We're going to the Super Bowl.
We gotta move. I'm ready. Me too.
Yes, this is the way.
Like one big happy family.
Think we should have rented a bigger car?
Classic.
Arthur, hurry! We're late.
Everybody got their ticket?
And I'm going too.
See you in 2027.
Can you tell how excited we are? Well, tomorrow on GMA, Whit Johnson will be joining us from Disneyland with Super Bowl MVP Kenneth Walker III and quarterback Sam Darnold. And Michael, how about Seattle's defense? They were a beast last night, and aren't you now with Mr. Beast?
Yeah, that's good right now. That's it, Robin. That's our cover story for GMA. Yes, because it is an ad that people have been talking about since last night, and it's an ad that has a huge payout. YouTube star Mr. Beast went viral once again for his new ad with Salesforce, offering a $1 million reward to the first person who can solve his puzzle. Check it out.
I just put $1 million inside this vault. And one of you, yes, you watching, will literally win it all. You'll just have to solve a series of puzzles, some playing in front of your eyes right now. But it won't be easy. Good news, you have Slackbot, the powerful new AI from Salesforce to help you decipher the puzzle.
And Mr. Beast himself is with us now. Mr. Beast, thank you for joining us this morning, my friend. Can you tell us exactly how this puzzle competition works?
Yes. First off, thank you for having me. Been enjoying the show so far today. And basically, in the commercial, there's little clues that you can see all around it. And we've been uploading videos these past few weeks on the internet, sent surprises to celebrities, had them posted, dozens of other things that, let me turn this down so I don't hear it. Dozens of other puzzles, clues that are out there. And the first person to solve them all will win the $1 million. So far, no one has solved it. I keep seeing tweets and posts about people asking, like, has anyone won the $1 million? No one's even close to winning it. And a lot of it ties back to the commercial. And yeah, just go to Salesforce Mr. Beast and you can start trying.
Well, there are a lot of people who are happy to know that no one solved it yet because they feel like they're going to be the one to solve it. But the interesting twist here is you have an addition of an AI system that's going to help people solve the clues. Tell me about that.
Yeah, so Salesforce Slackbot, you can ask it questions. We haven't turned it on yet, but if people start struggling too much, then we're going to allow them to use Slackbot to help solve certain parts of the puzzle. point them in the right direction and give them clues. And overarchingly, the first person to slack me the hidden code will win the $1 million. So I'm pretty excited. As of last night, I think there was around 60 million different people visited the website. So, and it was going up a million every 15 minutes. So it seems like a huge success for Salesforce, and it's continuing to crush. And so, guys, I'll tweet out if someone wins the $1 million. Until you see that, it's still going on. And just watch the commercial. Literally from your computer, you could win $1 million by the end of today.
Which is pretty amazing. Between you and I, can you give me a hint?
Yeah. So, I might get in trouble, so maybe.
I guess that's a no, man.
Yeah, maybe look for some numbers and photos that I took at the Super Bowl or something. I don't know.
Oh, okay. All right. I'm gonna try that out. But also, can you tell me about Beast Games 2? I love what you do, man. I think it's amazing. Tell me about Beast Games 2.
Yeah, so in Beast Games 2, we got 100 of the strongest people in the world and 100 of some of the smartest people in the world to compete for $5 million on some of the biggest sets and challenges in the history of reality TV. And I mean, basically any reality, competition show you've ever seen, just picture that cranked all the way up to the max, and that's essentially Beast Games.
Well, I will tell you this. What you're doing, I think, is just so much fun. It's changing someone's life when they eventually do win. But I love it. You're just bringing people together to have a little fun and win a little money. And we appreciate you for joining us this morning on GMA. Thank you.
Thanks for having me. Hope you guys have a great morning.
All right, we will. Definitely. You too. And good luck to all our puzzle solvers out there. I'm sure it's going to be some stiff competition for that $1 million prize.
Now to a special ABC Secret Savings for American Heart Month. GMA Lifetime contributor Lori Bergamatto is here with how we can get and stay healthy.
Oh, yes. We need to stay healthy, right? And it's so cold outside. You need to look for things to really get your energy flowing inside, right? So we have Mateo here. He is on our Life Pro Flexile Plus exercise bike. And you can see he's got these, he's pedaling, he's getting those juices flowing. This is a compact, whisper quiet exercise bike here, and then with the arm pedals and the resistance bands, he's getting an upper body workout. Like I said, it's whisper quiet, and it is also compact, so you have no excuses, right? This is like your couch becomes a gym. Look how happy Mateo looks, too.
He's building up some sweat here.
He's sweating, but he's happy. So, Robin, the deal here, $100 with free shipping. That is a great
Mateo,
price.
thank you for taking one for the team. Blood pressure, so key to keep a monitor on.
And finally, they've really modernized it with Withings blood pressure monitor, because before it felt very medical and a little tricky. Now it's extremely modernized, so you get accurate readings. They have instant color-coded results, so you don't feel like, what does this number mean? What does that actually indicate? There's color-coded results. Plus, everything syncs to a free app with Wi-Fi or Bluetooth, so you can just look at it on your phone. This is 38% off, and it's so important to check your blood pressure, make sure things are where they need to be, right?
Cookware.
Okay. I'm really excited.
All right.
I know you might be like, hey, we did an exercise bike, we did a blood pressure, now cookware, but the American Heart Association actually identifies nutrition as one of their 8 key factors for good cardiovascular health, right? So the best way to eat better is to know what you're eating, right? And you can do that by cooking at home. So this is a Concord cookware set. It is beautiful. They're stainless steel. They have a tri-ply bottom. What does that mean? It means that your food is going to heat evenly, which is really important. You can do everything from canning to soups, steaming, boiling. You got to get all those veggies in there, right? They even have this over here, this wok. They have vertical skewers down there. So you can get really adventurous. This is for, the novice cook up to the pro cook. And the prices here, Robin, start at $20.
Okay.
So that's really something for everyone.
Okay, so we need some gear to work out in, right?
Yes. And so this is great if you're doing like more low impact meditation. They've got comfort bras. This is from Extreme Fit compression wear. So we're going to start here with, we talked about the comfort bras here. They have got that wide strap there. but the compression socks, especially a lot of people are traveling right now. This is great to improve circulation and really just prevent swelling, things like that. These are up to 52% off with prices starting at just $8. So that's a great buy.
And we're going to put Mateo to work again.
Yes, of course.
Mateo.
Mateo's getting back in it.
Okay.
On the TerraCore by Power Systems Balance Trainer, this is like a one-hit wonder. So you can, it has that unique shape there. He's doing squats. It's going to engage his whole body.
Isometrics,
Exactly.
Isometrics.
But also, if he wanted, Mateo, I don't know if you're up for it, but you want to do some push-ups?
Yeah.
All right, so this gives you even more than a flat floor. Lightweight, easy to stash, 33% off plus free shipping.
Mateo, come on, give it a hand for Mateo. You did
Mateo
it.
does not come
You
with
can stop now,
products.
Mateo. You can stop now. You got it. Hollywood is calling. Seriously, thank you so much. But wait, there's more, right, Lori?
There is more.
Okay.
So we have partnered with these companies, right, on all these huge savings. You can get them by scanning the QR code on your screen or going to abcsecretsavings.com. But also there is a Hulu Secret Savings special.
Yep.
So you guys, you're definitely going to want to check that out. It's a 30-minute special. We have amazing deals, Robin. So you gotta tune in.
Yeah, that's what I wanted you to say. I want to make it a secret. They're not a secret anymore. But yes, the QR code, and we thank these companies for being our partners with this. Coming up, we have the rise of flag football. It is all the rage, and 2 star players are going to join us live because we're going to head back out west and check in with the guys after the big game. Come on back. Welcome back to GMA, live from New York City.
Not only New York City this morning, we're also out there in Santa Clara. Let's go back to Michael.
Hey, George, you know what? The world of football goes way beyond the NFL field across the country. And now, I went to the best players in the world of flag football. Deanna Flores and Ashley Clam. Good morning to you, too. Thank you for waking up early and joining us here on GMA out here in Santa Clara. But before we get into it, Deanna, last night, Super Bowl, what did you think about the game? Who were you rooting for?
Okay, well, I thought that the Seahawks were going to do great, so I was broadcasting the game, trying not to root too hard for any of them, but I think it was fun.
Yeah, and Ashley, I mean, you're in the Seahawks colors, but you
despite the Seahawks colors, I mean, I just really wanted to blend in with the confetti here and just have a little moment, you know. But honestly, I just really wanted a great game. I loved both quarterbacks, and I'm a Texans fan, so I was like, maybe it would be better to lose to a Super Bowl champ, but, you know.
Well,
whatever.
You know, next year for the Texans. How about that? And Ashley, they're so much interest in flag football right now. 20 million players globally. It just has really taken off. So how does it feel for you to see the sport get so much attention right now?
Yeah, I mean, it's what we've been pushing for years now. We've kind of always known what flag football was and how amazing this sport is, how fast it is. And so now that people are really recognizing that and really respecting our sport, it's everything. It's monumental to us, and it really is just so powerful.
And Deanna, you've been involved with flag football for quite a while, so I know for you the attention is pretty amazing.
Yes, I think just to be able to continue to push forward the sport and see how opportunities are growing. Now women and girls are front and center of this movement. It is not momentum anymore. It is a movement that is changing lives. And hopefully every effort, everything that keeps going on will continue to do that.
And everything that keeps going on is the Olympics. 2028 flag football is going to be there. Will we see you two there?
Exactly. That's the goal. It's going to be a game changer.
Yes, hopefully.
Yeah? Yes, hopefully. Yeah, I hope. I think that hope means it's really going to happen. You know, I'm really proud because we're working with you two on this film. And it's a new documentary in my production company, Smack. It's called The Future is Flag. And I want to thank you both for being a part of it because the future is flag. And we want people to check it out. So check it out, everybody.
If you talk to someone who's never watched flag football, they're like, oh, wow, I didn't know that y'all could ball like that.
Let's go! We have the opportunity to shape how we want the world to see us.
Now I'm fired up. See, I knew y'all could ball like that. What do you think my chances are in flag football in the Olympics? Think I got a shot?
Ooh, okay. Let's see some moves here.
No,
You got a little hit me? Oh, okay.
Going to hurt now.
All right.
On the football
Don't
field.
hurt
That's not going to
Don't
happen.
hurt him now.
but I'm so thankful you both showed up. I'm glad that you both represent the flag football in such an incredible way. And I'm going to see you both in the Olympics. I have a good feeling 2028.
Thank you.
Look for flag at the Olympics. It's going to be great.
Yes, it will be. Thank you both for joining me. You know, The Future is Flag is available to stream on Prime Video beginning on February 19th. Make sure you check it out. There are the cover stars busting the pose.
Lots of sports today. Let's go to Lara and James in Milan for the Winter Games. Hey, guys.
Hey, George and Robin, so good to see you. We are having a wonderful time in Milan, but we want to go backwards a little bit and talk about these sports. Most Americans probably have more personal experience with the sports that happen in the Summer Olympics. Chances are you have played basketball or ping pong or run around a track at some point in your life, but the winter sports are altogether different.
Oh, yes, they are. How many people do you know go ski jumping or take a spin around the luge track at 40 miles per hour? Well, now you know too. Take a look.
If you want to become a Winter Olympian, this is the place to start. Lake Placid, New York, the picturesque village with 2,000 residents bearing the unique distinction of being the only town in America to host the Winter Olympics twice, in 1932 and 1980.
In the 1980 games, you know, the whole world came here.
Whether it was the U.S. men's hockey team stunning the Soviets or speed skater Eric Heiden becoming the first person to win 5 gold individual medals in speed skating on this very oval.
This is the first time I've ever been on ice, and I'm doing this.
Just relax.
Good.
This is where legends are born.
We've got all of the winter venues here. We've got an Olympic training center.
You grow up as a kid and you know a dozen Olympians. They're just the normal people in town.
It's probably the place to be if you want to be successful in these sliding sports.
That's thanks to Mount Van Hoevenberg, an ice track nearly 3,000 feet high, where America's top bobsledders, lugers and skeleton athletes have been training for over 100 years. Not to mention state-of-the-art indoor training facilities.
This is how close
my face has to be to the ice. I'm not thrilled.
And we're learning firsthand there's a lot more to these sports than you might imagine.
All right, here we go, Coach.
That is terrifying. I'm not afraid of a lot. That is terrifying.
And then there's this.
That is the ski jump.
120 meters. Flying into the great freezing
abyss.
The Lake Placid Olympic ski jumping complex.
Who has advice for us?
Commit.
Commit. That's an important word.
Where we meet the next generation of American Olympic superstars.
Are you nervous for us?
Yes.
But what happened when it was our turn?
That is not us. You'll have to wait and see what happens when we went up the ski jump. And we really do want to get into that whole Lycra situation that you just saw, but there's just not enough time for all of those outfits. But what a week. We will show you more of our attempts at these incredible winter sports.
Yeah, walking into Lake Placid, I had been on skis maybe once before, and skates 0 times.
Yeah, we could tell.
Laura is properly an athlete, but the luge, that is something you've got to watch, because that was wild.
Yeah, that didn't go very well for me. But listen, James had a new experience in Lake Placid with the skiing and the skating, and a new one here, guys. It may be the Olympics here in Milan, but all eyes were on the Super Bowl at the bars all over. We have video there. We are in a bar in Milan, James's first ever football game, and I believe we have are you a Pats fan now?
I'm a Pats fan, except now I'm a Seahawks fan because they won.
Oh,
so
he's that guy, guys.
Fair weather.
I had a lot of fun.
With your husband, Rick, I knew you were going to be finding a place to watch the game, Lara. That was a given.
Never fails, Robin.
Never fails. All right, well, we're going to be looking forward to your reporting all week long, you two. Thank you as always. But now, let's get the ginger.
Yes, and Robin, we know the Seahawks are still celebrating their win last night, and one group of friends has been a legendary part of Super Bowl history from the beginning. Don Chrisman of Maine, Gregory Eaton of Michigan, and Tom Henschel of Florida are the last 3 members of the, quote, never miss a Super Bowl club. And their 60th Super Bowl game is likely to be their final one together. Tom telling GMA that, quote, we came together for football, but it turned into lifelong friendships. Beautiful.
Now to GMA Health Alert, a just released study that finds that engaging in a brain game could lower your risk of dementia. Our chief medical correspondent, Dr. Tara Narula, is here to break it on down. This was a very long, well-studied, long-term study, a lot of people in that about the brain games.
Yes, and it's such an interesting study because so many of us fear dementia and we're looking for lifestyle interventions that we can do. And so in this study, they looked at around 2,000 adults, average age 74, who were healthy. And then they put them into 3 different cognitive exercise training groups. One group got reasoning exercises, one got memory, and one got what's called speed processing exercises. They then looked at Medicare claims data over the next 20 years to see who developed dementia. And they found that there was only one group that had a reduced risk, and that was the speed processing group, who also got booster training sessions. So most of the groups got about 2 hours of training per week for 5 weeks. Some got an additional training at 11 months and 35 months. So that speed processing group that got that booster had a 25% reduction in the risk of developing dementia. This is the first trial that really shows a reduced risk of dementia with any sort of lifestyle intervention.
Does doing live television count as speed processing?
It does not, George. Wish it did.
Right.
So what does?
Right, so speed processing, you may not have heard of what that is, but essentially it is a computer program that focuses on the speed and accuracy of visual information processing. Now, it's a computer program that's going to adjust or adapt to you. So the more you do and you do well, you're going to get more challenges. If you don't, then it's going to get a little bit easier. This was developed by 2 researchers, and it's patented. It's now part of an app or a website that you can go to called Brain HQ. It's called Double Decision. You can actually go on there and you can either subscribe to this app and do the double decision if you look up the name of the study, which is called Active, and you can get sent the ability to do this at 2 hours per week, which is roughly what they did in the study. And so I did it yesterday just to kind of see what it was. And so, for example, it will show you a screen with different colored butterflies. Let's say 2 of the butterflies are the same color, one is different, and it flashes them at you, and then they go away. And then you have to remember exactly where you saw the 2 same butterflies and put that on your screen. And then it does it again and again and again, except the flashes get faster and faster. So you can do it on your phone, you can do it on a computer. It takes, 5 minutes.
So what does this all tell you, Dr. Narula, about the, because we all want to fight the risk of dementia. What does this tell you?
I think it's really hopeful because it tells us, again, what we have learned, which is that the brain is plastic. It is not fixed, that we can use training exercises like this to rewire it. And that this speed training, for example, they think actually changes the function, the structure, and chemicals in the brain. And they think it does this because it follows a neuropsychological principle called Hebb's Law, which says neurons that fire together wire together. And it's this idea that you're activating all at the same time multiple different areas in the brain in a synchronous fashion. And somehow that's really building and strengthening these pathways, and it's buffering against the development of dementia. You wonder, researchers say, how can just 10 to 22 hours do this? And they say it's called implicit learning. It's like learning a bike riding, for example, when you're a child, right? Children can learn that, they say, in 10 hours. So doing this kind of activity in just that brief amount of time, it stays with you. You don't have to practice it. It becomes a skill and part of your life. But I think this is really promising for people when you think of the numbers, 7 million Americans with Alzheimer's expected to double by 2060, and really something that many, many people fear. So this is hopeful.
Fascinating. Thank you. Coming up, we're on the road to the Oscar with 2-time Oscar winner Ruth E. Carter, nominated for a 5th time for her costume design in Sinners.
Okay, this is my Super Bowl right here. On the road to the Oscars, 2-time Academy Award-winning costume designer Ruth E. Carter, nominated for a history-making 5th time in her work with Ryan Coogler's Sinners. So wonderful, 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 wonderful to see you. And
thank you.
Oh my gosh, I know that you are the most nominated Black woman in Oscar history, and have won more than any other Black woman in Oscar history. And it was interesting, you kind of akin that to being an athlete.
I do.
What do you mean by that?
Well, because there's a lot of ups and downs in the road. There's a lot of training, a lot of preparation, a lot of study, a lot of research, a lot of sacrifice. And I was just looking at a documentary, and athletes were talking about the sacrifice to becoming a great athlete. And I said, wow, I did the same thing.
What were the sacrifices that you made?
Well, you know, you don't always go out on a Saturday night. You know, you sometimes sacrifice some friendships, and as you become a professional, you're moving around constantly.
Sure.
People were always saying to me, well, I thought you were in New York. Oh, I thought you were in Los Angeles. But, you know, when you love what you do, you never work a day in your life. Isn't that what they say? Yeah.
The passion.
I think that passion that athletes have, you know, are similar to this achievement, which, like, who's counting? I'm not counting.
I know it's us doing it, not you. It's everybody else looking, going, because we want you to recognize that. Ryan Coogler, bless him, because you worked with him before on both of the Black Panther movies. That's where you won your first two Oscars. What is it like collaborating with this young man?
Well, he's a maverick. He is really a genius, and you know, working with him and seeing his writing and hearing him talk about his passion, everything roots out of passion. He talks about seeing Malcolm X when he was a boy with his father. He talks about listening to the blues with his Uncle James, and you hear these heartwarming stories as you're crafting costumes, and you go, I'm going to add this because that's for Uncle James. I'm going to do that because that makes this costume feel a little more special.
And to work with this new generation.
And the new generation. I mean, I'm so lucky to have this journey that I've had for this long. I've been able to see some great filmmakers do their craft, and Ryan Coogler is certainly right up there.
Yeah, I want to show a scene from Sinners because, roll it here, because this takes us backwards and forward when it comes to costumes, when it comes to music, when it comes to dance. Can we roll it so she can speak to it? I mean, just talk about
there are legends of people.
Yes, well, it was written on the page. Honestly, all of us department heads looked at this scene on paper first, and we couldn't really believe our eyes. We really connected to it, and I think the connection is seen in the way we collaborate in this scene. You see Sammy, who represents the earth. You see other dancers that represent the spirit. You see past, you see present, and all that is written on the paper first, on the page first.
And you make it come to life like that. What is one costume that you saw come to life that you took your breath away?
Oh, it's the Dora Milaje in Black Panther. It took my breath away. It took Angela Bassett's breath away too, because when she saw it on our camera test day, she just started spanking me, and like, she really enjoyed it. And I think all along the way, you can travel all over the continent of Africa on that one costume.
Wow, my goodness. What would you tell your younger self?
I would thank my younger self for sticking with it, for really loving something early and staying with it, and really wanting to be a great costume designer. You know, I didn't set out to be a black costume designer or anything like that. I set out to be a great costume designer, and I had such good support along the way. So I would thank her, and I would say, you listen to your voice, and that's the advice I give to young people, to, you know, keep going and listen to that inner voice inside of you telling you that you want to do this and you want to be good at it.
Well, mission accomplished.
Thank you.
Okay, you really have. And you know, my favorite, loving basketball, but I can't be objective because I had a cameo.
Yes, no, I worked with the great Gina Prince Brightwood. Yes. Yeah, what a journey, right, Robin?
What are you wearing for the Oscars?
I'm honored to be here with you.
Bless you.
On Good Morning America.
There you are.
Yes.
So what are you going to be wearing for the Oscars?
One of my designs.
There you go. Absolutely. Ruth E. Carter.
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness. Congratulations on everything.
Thank
we
you,
want
Robin.
people to know Sinners. It's currently in select theaters, and the 98th Annual Academy Awards air on Sunday, March 15th. You're going to see this woman on the red carpet wearing hers. It starts at 7 p.m. right here on ABC and Hulu. No telling with James.
As James said, Lara's a proper athlete.
That's how he put it. Have a great day, everybody. Thanks for being with us. That's true.